Minister, on a personal level, I wish you and your family the very best. You've been a civil and thoughtful adversary for the years that we've both been in this House, but also you never held back in letting us know what you thought about our perspective on politics and economics. And I'm not going to hold back in saying that I think the legacy that has been left behind by the years of Fine Gael government since I've been in this House and since you've been in this House is not one to be proud of. You simply cannot escape responsibility for a disastrous, ongoing housing and homelessness crisis that has plunged so many people into the misery of emergency accommodation, into rotting for years, sometimes decades, on housing lists, of being crucified by unaffordable rents, or indeed, as the report from St Vincent de Paul today, as we head towards Christmas and we head towards a cold snap of record numbers of people from low-income and middle-income families begging for help to get them through the Christmas months, and this from a government that has record budget surpluses. And the truth is that while the years of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael government have left us with this disastrous housing and homelessness crisis and a cost of living crisis imposing misery and hardship on working class people and on the least well off and people with disabilities who are being forced, as we speak, to organise protests in the run into Christmas over what's been done to them in the most recent budget of taking €1,000 a year off them, the other side of the coin, and this is the so-called political centre's legacy, profits under your ministerships for the corporations have quadrupled. Quadrupled. So what people have got poor and suffering, not even to the extent of not having a roof over their head, the profits of the big corporations, of the landlords and the vulture funds have gone through the roof. Of those energy companies recording record profits, while there are elderly people now will be terrified in the coming days as this cold snap hits, afraid to turn on the heating because they can't afford to pay the bills, but will not be getting a cost of living support during the budget or during the Christmas period. You can't escape responsibility for that legacy. And you see, the truth is, and I'm sorry to say this, Minister, the World Bank is an institution of global capitalism that frankly has a pretty dire record, particularly located in Washington, DC, lending out money to poor countries and then demanding austerity, privatisation and essentially serving the interests of American and Western big business, often at the expense of some of the poorest countries in the world. So, Minister, on a personal level, I wish you the best of luck. But you know, we have very different views on what's good for this country and the need to radically change the priorities that you have pursued.
To the independent group.